Do you internally question your success or ability in working with clients or leading a team? Are you left thinking, when will they discover I'm a fraud or don't know as much as they think I do? In this episode, I am spotlighting a topic that resonates with many realtors: imposter syndrome. Prepare for a discussion with actionable advice on building confidence, embracing successes, and conquering self-doubt. I will unravel the secrets to thrive in the dynamic world of real estate with confidence and certainty. Let's kick off the journey to self-empowerment. Hello, and welcome back to The Real Estate Woman, a podcast for women in the real estate industry who are passionate about expanding their careers through business development and leadership. I'm Debbie LaRiviere, owner of Monterre Coaching, a company that ascends top talent to new heights in the real estate industry, and that's exactly what I want for you. In my 20 plus years of real estate, I too have experienced imposter syndrome at some level with each transition into the next step up in real estate. From independent agent to building a team, from launching a brokerage focused on recruiting, and I had never recruited an agent before, to a partner in building a national coaching company from the ground up. Now, here I am, recording The Real Estate Woman with my Wonder Woman cape in tow to remind myself that I am an expert in this field. I get it, ladies. It all starts with telling yourself you're awesome and believing what you say. Now, I can imagine that none of what I will tell you is new information, and perhaps it is exactly what you need to hear. I'm going to offer you 3 key strategies to help you combat imposter syndrome. You are not a fraud. You are amazing. The first key strategy that I would encourage you to take action on is building your confidence. Now, what does it mean to build your confidence? I envision that building your confidence looks like you showing up 100% ready for any objection that you receive. You're making decisions for your team or your brokerage without questioning if that was the right decision. And perhaps you are teaching others how to grow themselves without wondering if that was the right opinion to offer. How does all this come about? Some of the strategies that I've implemented is to take chunks of time on my calendar and put those important key areas of growth into the calendar and make sure I show up for them, much like I would a listing appointment. I can remember when I was looking to grow in recruiting, I signed up for an online recruiting class to make sure that I showed up, and I showed up for that class every week because it was on my calendar. Now, there have been other times where I'm looking to add a component to my business or grow in social media. And it's the same type of thing. I'm going to block that hour of time on my calendar, focused 100% on learning the concepts or tackling the objections that I'm facing on a day-to-day. Another strategy is practicing or role-playing your responses to objections. When I say role play, what I imply is finding someone in your office or in your industry that is really excelling at handling the objections that you're facing, or perhaps even helping to mentor you in knowledge that you're looking to grow. For me, I started out as a residential broker, and I wanted to grow in the commercial space. So I scheduled time with the commercial agent in our office to go and sit with him for an hour once a week. Get the trend? 1 hour. An hour once a week, not to talk about the latest football scores or what's going on, but to learn about what's going on in commercial real estate and how that impacts residential real estate. I also learned about leases and land development because those are additional areas where I could grow on my side of the business and learn from him. I would then come back and we would role play from the previous week what he had taught me and how I would present that to a client. This ensures that the next time I show up with a client and they ask about a lease or they ask about purchasing land to develop, I could answer that confidently and not wonder if I'm just giving them information that's not correct. Another thing to add to your calendar would be to attend workshops and industry events. I know for real estate agents, Inman is a great event to attend. They offer it twice a year where they bring market trends, cutting-edge technology, breakout sessions, and more information than you can imagine to grow your career. Like I said, knowledge is power, and that builds confidence. The second key strategy I'd like to share is embracing success. When was the last time you had just a small win where you took the time to celebrate? So often we have a closing, we write an offer and get it accepted, we convert a lead that we thought would never want to work with us, and we count it as just another day at the office. I'd like to challenge you. I'd like to challenge you to celebrate those wins. Those are all wins in the industry. Take the time to consider what went right. What did you do that caused you to elevate yourself to capture the opportunity where someone else was able to succeed with your help? I think back to those times when I started out in the industry and I didn't even know who to call. Just making my first 20 calls was amazing. Same for recruiting. They sat me down at a desk and said, here's a list of the 1,700 agents in our MLS, and we'd like for you to call them and talk to them about our company. Well, I'm sure you can imagine imposter syndrome set in. I didn't know what to say or what to do, and I just picked up the phone. The key piece there was the first appointment I set, I counted as a win. I was so excited. And when I set the second one, it was a win. And by the time I was on the 10th one, it was expected. No, it's still a win. So make sure that you're celebrating those wins. So often we say, oh, that was just luck. I was in the right place at the right time. That's not true. That is you, not being an imposter. That is you, the amazing you that's out there taking charge of this industry. So I want to challenge you to think about some of those wins you've experienced even in the last 7 days that you forgot to celebrate, and go celebrate those. Another thing agents will hear is they'll hear the words thank you. So often, because we're in the industry of helping others, either leading teams, running brokerages, or selling homes, that we get those words, thank you. And it's more of the Andy Griffith, all shucks, right? Why don't we take that to the next level and say thank you? Go to your car and write down what you did amazing. Those key items that you write down are going to be the very things that you go and read before you raise your hand for the next opportunity to take you to the next step in the real estate industry. Those are key. And so I'll leave you with our third key strategy. Bet on yourself and take chances. No one knows how to do it at 100% on day one, or they would be looking for a different opportunity. Take the opportunity to bet on yourself. Pull yourself up to the table, raise your hand, take the moonshot, set a goal, and go accomplish it. There's so many times that when I just go set the goal, just like this podcast, recording one season of a podcast sounded extremely daunting. And I'm sure for those involved, it is. And at the same time, I'm betting on myself and I'm taking the chances. And without luck, with confidence, we will also be recording season 2. The one thing that I really want you to take away from this episode is that you are great, you are enough, and you are your own best advocate. Shoot, take it from me. I call myself the real estate woman. Make sure that you like and subscribe so you never miss an episode.